Thanks for stopping back in. We're going to do a short one tonight. Going to kind of finish up with this yellow poster board. There's not much point in going too in depth on it anymore because you can see what you can do with it. Let's see here. Can you see that? All right, we're going to move this just a little bit so I don't knock it over. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're just gonna finish it up, and then I'll show you a couple of templates that I made, and we'll go over those tomorrow and do some watercolor on some of this butcher block paper just to see what we can do with those templates. So, all right, so I sketched little things on here so we can finish this up and save a little bit of time. All right. So like I say, we did pretty much what we can do with it. We're just going to kind of balance it out. A little bit. Get my little rag over here. We're going to balance it out. Let's see. Put too much water on that, didn't I? That's all right. That is okay. That is all right. Like I said, an odd number of items on there is good. So we did that. I'll show you in a minute. You probably can't see it that far away right now, but we put I'll show you in a minute. We put an odd number up there, so that will kind of say it's not something mandatory for you to do, but after I heard that, I noticed myself that if I go to a gallery and I stop and look at a picture for a while, I'll notice that sure enough, that picture is asymmetric, and it has a lot of value in it. And that's probably what made me stop. And if you stop, the purpose being, if you stop long enough, you buy it, You'll see people in a gallery just standing and looking at a picture. It's because it has everything in it, It's got the odd number. Everything's asymmetric. It's not, the subject's not in the center of the canvas. Like I said, I'm not a pro, but I can read. I can read, and I've been told by some very good people that that's how it works, and I believe it. What I meant to depict was an old bottle here. It's not working with me too well. I'm going to put some more colors in it, which is what I'll do, because everything is reflecting. Reflections should have reflections in it from everything, from the moons. Reflection from the moons, from the sky, from the ground. So should have all colors in it, though I didn't. From the ground. reflecting some light from the ground. All right. Yeah, just to finish it off. Just give it a little, just give it a little balance. Close enough for poster board work. Close enough for poster board work. Yep. Too bad we can't play some music, but I don't want to get sued for copyright infringement. It's funny you can get sued for copyright infringement on YouTube, but you can drive down the road blasting all kinds of music out of your car where tons more people hear it. You don't get in trouble for that. You don't get sued for that. You know. But you put a song on a YouTube video that and be of the wrong be on the other side of the thought process of the people who wrote it and see what happens to you. It'll sue the hell out of you. Which is weird. You'd think they'd appreciate you sharing their music. They don't. They do not. They just do not. Yeah, balance this out a little bit. And this poster board being yellow, there's no point in trying to cover that yellow. Just use it, you know. Just use it. We're just gonna finish this and leave that yellow and use it. You know, years ago, I seen a painting once that I was wondering how the guy painted the background. I just couldn't figure it out. It's like, where in the world did he get those colors for the background? And just recently I found out that what he had done is he was doing commission paintings at night, and he lived down in Florida, and I guess they were commissioned. I'm sure they were. He wound up selling them at any rate. But he would, according to his granddaughter, I guess, he would sometimes paint at night and late into the night. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, I guess, that night, and he had ran out of canvas, and he wanted to do, either he had one more to do, or he wanted to do one more painting, and he didn't have the material. So he went in the kitchen and he ripped up part of the flooring and got him a piece of, I don't know if it was masonite, what it was. It was a brown color. But he ripped up part of the flooring and painted a painting on that. And that painting turned out to be one of his more famous paintings. And today, I think it's already sold, or I don't know if his family still has it, but it's worth multi-millions of dollars right now today. But the background was the masonite, it was the flooring. That's why he just left the color. He just left it as it was and painted painted his subjects on it, and it worked out, you know. I just, when I was, and I seen that picture for the first time when I was probably in, you know, 40 years ago at least, or longer than that. And I just now found out, I just now found out the story behind it. Yeah, thought that was funny. I thought that was pretty amusing. Okay, you gonna hold together for me? Paintbrush, maybe. These paintbrushes I have are pretty old. The ones I'm using here, they're pretty darn old. Let's try to get us some shadows out of them. I should make, you know, normally I should make some paint and get some. We're not going to do that. We're just going to be quick. This is going to be quick, and then I'm going to show you. Show you some of those templates that I made years ago. And it's not, you know, it ain't rocket science. I'm sure you've probably done it, but it can come in handy if you're just doing something quick. You know, you want to do something quick, maybe for a sign or something, you know. But they do come in handy. And you can make as many of them and as you want in whatever subject matter you want of them. And they can really come in handy for you if you're in a hurry. Yeah, I was going to put some black in there and just put some shadow in there. That's all. This is closer up than back there, see, so that you can. All right, so let's see. It's not too cool right there as far as I'm concerned. It's not. No, can't get that bottle to look right. Let me try this. This brush is going to fall apart like the other one. That's going to be really frustrating, but it is going to. It's going to fall apart. That white is supposed to be white. Looks like pink. What the hell? What the hell? It looks like pink, but we're going with it. We're going to go with that. I meant for that to be some highlights, but it ain't looking right. That's okay. It's an alien planet. Maybe it was a pink bottle. I don't know. It's quite possible. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe I need to put some shadow behind that bottle. I put some shadow behind it. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it. Put some shadow behind it. Yeah. This brush is going to fall apart, and it's really going to be frustrating. It is really going to be annoying. Yeah. It's going to be annoying. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. This is not turning out exactly. And see, that's sometimes it happens. And then you can try to fix it if you want to, or you can call it. But we're gonna call it. Well, anyway, that's just an example of acrylic on a poster board. Maybe not a very good one, but but see, we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got an odd number. We got an odd number of subjects. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe, you know, if you want to look at it, maybe we did it right. I don't know. I think it would be. I think it wouldn't be too bad if we worked on it. If we worked on it for a while, but on the other hand, you know, sometimes you just have to know when to quit. But for this, you can see what acrylic does on poster board, and I ain't crazy about it myself. Not crazy about it. Never been a real fan of acrylics. But let me show you something real quick. Before we, I told you this was going to be a short one, but okay. Okay, so years ago, I made some templates out of just, this is actually not in poster board. This is, I don't know what this was. It was a thin cardboard I found somewhere, but it cut me a circular shape out of it. That's when I was messing around with airbrush, which I could never get to work for me. This is cut out of a piece of poster board, and as an example of a template, like I'm showing you. You know, I cut that out of the back of I drew it on the back of a notebook, and I just cut it out. Now you can use stuff like this for airbrush if you can get an airbrush to work for you. I never could. I love the way an airbrush looks, and I could never get it to work for me. So I gave up on it. So I give up too quick, I guess, about stuff like that. But it was several years ago that I gave up on airbrush. I could never get them to work. I tried different air pressures and everything else, but I could never get it to work. But anyway, I drew this. You just draw it. You can download stuff off the internet, or you can draw it yourself and use this for your moons or whatever. Let's see. I'll set these right here. And actually, I don't know if you can see it. I've got one on the wall up there that I actually used. Let me see if I can turn this up. I don't know if you can see it from here. Yeah, well, the light's kind of shining on it, but that painting right there I used with these very same templates many years ago, experimenting with airbrush. And so yeah, templates can be handy for you. But anyway, this is kind of a short one. Thank you for stopping in, and next time we'll do some templates on a piece of butcher block paper with watercolor and see what it. Butcher block paper is not made for watercolor. Not sure how well it'll do. Might not work at all. But if not, I'll grab another piece of paper that can handle watercolor, and we'll do templates at any rate. All right, thank you for stopping in. Have a good night.